So that craziness from that first customer was washed away with this nice customer. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Another day, another dollar. It is Saturday morning, guys, and I'm getting my day started off with a Dlivrd catering order. Pickup is at McAllister. Drive to the customer is about 3 miles. Payout $46 for $700 worth of food. Let's get it dropped off. You know what's exciting about what we do? Every day there's something different. Some people may say, oh, you do a ride along every day, it's the same thing. No. For us, the experience is different every day. Every day there's something new. Something to make you appreciate what you do. So my drop off for this catering order was for 8:30 a.m. I arrived at 8:15 a.m. The door is locked. I called the customer and he said, "You're early." Okay. He said, "I'll be there in 5 minutes." I honestly believe he overslept because I waited 5 minutes and now it's 8:20. I set my alarm to go off at 8:28. 8:25 rolled around. No customer. 8:26. 8:27. 8:28. Nothing. At 8:29, I completed my drop off. And this was a big order. 8:30 came around. The customer didn't arrive until 8:40. 8:40, after telling me 5 minutes at 8:15, he arrived at 8:40. No problem. I've already marked my order. Delivery complete. In the meantime, I notified Dlivrd of what was going on. So when he finally arrived, we went around in circles. I've delivered to this building before and it's a crazy building. But we had to go all the way around front to a side door, through a hallway, down the elevator, through another hallway, into a classroom. Even if he had arrived at 8:15, I would be cutting it really, really close. There's no way. I would have had to complete the order and then continue with the setup. So when I was done, this is what I sent off to Dlivrd. Now, let's look at this order. $700. And the tip is $36. Now let's take a look at this order that I did a few days ago. $200 worth of food, and the tip is $50. Now don't get me wrong, I do appreciate this drop off that I just did, but it's $700 worth of food. It was a lot of food. Make it make sense. Let's keep it rolling. Okay, I've arrived in the downtown area. On my way here, I accepted an offer from DoorDash to shop for 6 items at BJ's and 1 item at Target. Shows 18 miles for $27. Let's go do some shopping. right, let's get these orders dropped off. My first drop is 7 miles away, and this is the customer from Target. She bought one Similac. And ever since I accepted the order, she's been writing to me. The first message was, if they don't have the liquid, get the powder. I acknowledged the message. I said, okay. I'm in the line checking out, and she called. So I had to step away from the line because I don't want to hold the line up. Did you get the milk? And I said, hello? Did you get the milk? I said, yes, I got the liquid milk. Okay, thank you. I said, I'll be there shortly. So I go to BJ's, got my 6 items, got in the car, start driving, and she sent me another message. How much longer? My baby's hungry. What? Your baby's hungry? And at this point, I'm about to drop the order. Seriously, I'm about to take the order back to Target, get a refund, and just drop the order. But it's for a baby, and the baby has no fault that the parent didn't buy the food the day before or 3 days ago. I don't know what the situation is. I'm not going to respond. She can follow along in the app and see that I'm on my way. Let's go. The orders have been dropped off. On my way to my first drop off, the customer called me and she was very upset. She said I took the wrong route and I'm taking too long and her baby is hungry. I didn't take the wrong route. The train was coming. For those of you familiar with the area, it's a train that goes by North Haven and Boston Street. Train was coming, so I had to turn around, go back up to Newkirk and come back around and then make my way over to the customer. I ended up calling DoorDash to document the case. And the second reason I called DoorDash was to cancel the order. And I'm on the phone with the agent. I'm still driving because my second drop off is in the same area, about 1.5 miles from the first drop off. So if I cancel the order, I'll just continue on and drop off my second order. And then most likely I would have to go back and return the item to Target. And the angel in me said, hold on, this is for a baby. Let me try to make the delivery. When I arrive at the customer, if things doesn't look right, I'll just continue driving, return the item to Target, and call you back for further assistance. Honestly, if this was just regular food and nothing to do with a baby, I would have dropped the order. I don't care. I would have dropped the order. Now, here's what I can do about this particular situation. I'm calling DoorDash. And I'm going to make sure that they never, ever send me any offer for this customer again. Ever. You can do that. And I will be doing it. No, my second drop off was completely different. Customer was very pleasant. The young man was very happy that I arrived with his stuff from BJ's. And he just wished me a wonderful day. So that craziness from that first customer was washed away with this nice customer. Now the total miles for this order was 13, not 18. You see, it usually shows up with more miles because DoorDash initially sends you the offer routing you through the tunnel, and I always ignore that. So it was 13 miles. Let's keep it rolling. All right, we're going to be doing a little bit of dirty multi-apping. My next offers are from DoorDash and ubereats. I'm heading to Petco for ubereats to shop for 4 items, 5 miles for $15. And then I'm going to Target to shop for 2 items, and then Michael's for 4 items, This is for DoorDash. 7 miles for $18. Let's go. It's been a crazy day. All the lines at Target are long. And then the customer in front of me, she comes up with a full basket. And then she's going through the basket and telling the cashier, scan this. Okay, I'll take that. Scan this. No, can't take that. Scan this. I'll take that. And so on. And seriously, I was in line for 10 minutes and it's not like I can get out of the line because all the lines are long. 10 minutes watching this. In addition to the other 10 minutes I was in line. I kid you not. So for this particular Target, for today, I'm not going back in there unless it's an order from Ship, where it's prepaid, and they just scan me and I just keep going. By the way, I called DoorDash and I did block that customer. And I honestly feel for the next Dasher who gets any offer from her. My first drop is 2 miles away. One DoorDash has been dropped off and I'm on my way now to drop off the Uber Eats and then just continue on to drop off the second DoorDash. The Uber Eats customer is only 1.5 miles away. The Uber Eats has been dropped off and my next DoorDash drop is 1.5 miles away. Let's get it dropped off. The orders have been dropped off and everything was dropped off on time. All 3 customers. Let's keep it rolling. My last offer dropped me closer to the Rossville Towson area, so I decided to switch zone. And my next offer is from DoorDash. I'm going to shop for 1 item at Ulta Beauty and then I'm picking up at Sushi Ichiban. 6 miles for $18. Okay, I have my 2 orders and my first drop is less than a half a mile away. It's on the same street, just right down there. 1 minute drive. Let's get it dropped off. Next drop is the order from Ulta Beauty, 4 miles away. Let's go. The order has been dropped off. Let's keep it rolling. My next offer is from DoorDash and it takes me to Target and Giant. I'm shopping for 1 item at Target and 5 items at Giant. 4 miles for $14. Let's go inside to Target. Okay, I'm done shopping at Target and this is a precious cargo, so I have to take good care of it. Let's go to Giant. right, let's get these orders dropped off. My first drop is the order from Giant, and we're only 2 miles away from the customer. Next drop is 1 mile away. The order has been dropped off. Let's keep it rolling. My next offer is from DoorDash, and this time I'm going to Wise to shop for 8 items, 5 miles for $12. Wise is right behind me, so let's get over there. Shopping is done, and I'm 4 miles away from the customer. Let's get it dropped off. The order has been dropped off, and that's a wrap. Today was a very interesting day, and I mean very, very interesting. It started off with my catering customer not being at his office and then running extremely late. And then we had the customer who ordered baby formula from across the other side of the city and expected to get to her in 5 minutes. And she was rude. But this is where you have to be strong. You don't need to fight back. You don't need to be disrespectful to be at their level. All right? I mean, their level. Because you have options. You have to be strong, dust yourself off, and do what you have to do. In my case, I call DoorDash to make sure I never, ever see any offers from that customer again. Anytime you have a customer like that, you can call DoorDash and make sure you never see any offers from them ever again in your life. And it seems that you always have issues with customers who doesn't tip. Now, when I take the offer, I take it for face value, so I'm cool. I'm not even gonna click on the down arrow after drop off, right, to see who tipped or who didn't tip. But you can be assured 99.9% of the time DoorDash sneak in one of these orders, right, where the customer is not tipping. And I'm sick and tired of DoorDash doing that. But you can tell you have a good shopping order, and then you have that one item from Target, and it's usually baby formula or baby Pampers. That customer is not tipping. I don't have a problem with it, because the payout is good for what I'm doing. But when you become disrespectful, knowing that you're not tipping, that's where I have an issue. But thank goodness, like I said, you have choices. And I decided to make sure I never see anything from her again. And like I said, I feel for the next dasher who gets something from this customer. Other than those 2 issues, today was a good day. The day's still young. I'm going home though, because it's the weekend, right? I'm gonna go spend some time with the family. So that's it, guys. If it's your first time here on my channel, please like and subscribe, and thank you for your support. And with that said, if you're working today, you know what to do. Please continue to give great customer service and be safe. Never let a customer know that you are upset. Have a good one.